Matthew chapter 17, verses 19 through 21 reads, "Then the disciples came to Jesus in private and asked, 'Why couldn't we drive it out?' He replied, 'Because you have so little faith. Truly I tell you, if you have the faith as small as a mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, 'Move from here to there,' and it will move. Nothing will be impossible for you." Family, if we're honest, I think we all can agree that the world that we live in is designed to challenge our faith. It's designed to pull us away from God. It's designed to shake us to our core. Even though we come to the household of faith so that we can be built up in our most holy faith, so that when we leave, we can walk by faith, trusting in the author and the finisher of our faith, and we're worshiping and we're having a great time and we're fellowshipping and we're shouting and we're dancing. The reality is that there is always going to be something right outside of those sanctuary doors with your name on it, waiting for you to leave your high so that it can challenge the faith that you just got finished building up. Why is that? It's because the enemy knows, just like you should know, that faith is the most important component to your walk and your journey with God. For without faith, it is impossible to please him. Faith is the substance of things hoped for. It's the evidence of things not seen. Faith is believing that trouble don't last always. Faith is knowing that what is in front of me, what I see in front of me, is not all that I will see. Faith is believing, like my dad used to sing, that there's a bright side somewhere, and don't you rest until you find it. Faith is critical to our walk with God. And although we know that there is power in our faith, we also have to know that there is a power in our lack of faith. And our lack of faith, it not only impacts us, but it impacts those generations that come after us. Our lack of faith, it influences the people that are watching us to see how we navigate our storms. Because it's easy to say that I have faith until my life requires faith. So people of God, when your reality and your faith collide, what direction do you lean in? In challenging times, people of God, we've got to learn to speak faith. When challenges and obstacles and hurdles arise in our life, that is not the time to walk away from God. That is not the time to walk away from the faith. That is not the time to question God and question the leader. No, when challenges arise in your life, you ought to turn your faith in the direction of your obstacle and begin to war in the spirit through your faith to get what God says you will get because of your faith. You've got to understand that God does not operate in the realm of your reality or the realm of your natural. God operates in the supernatural realm of faith. And so when challenges come in your life, when obstacles come in your life, there are three things that you need to do. Number one, you have to make a choice. You have to choose to walk out faith. You have to choose to stand flat-footed on what God said you will have, what you will be. You've got to decide, even though I know what the doctor says, what does faith say about my health? What does faith say about my marriage? What does faith say about my children? What does faith say about my job? You've got to make a choice. You've also got to remember God's faithfulness. The reality is what God has done before should be enough to sustain where you are now. You've got to trust God's track record in your life. There are certain things you can cross off your worry list because God has already proven that he will show up on your behalf. And the final thing you have to do is you have to shift your focus and make God your priority. Matthew teaches us that if you seek the kingdom first, if your focus is on him, then he will work everything out on your behalf. So I pray for you. I challenge you not to give up on your faith, not to throw in the towel because life may get hard, it may get rocky, but to constantly walk out faith even in your challenging times. God bless you.